Okay, so a little bit more about awaken inner wisdom. I'm really excited about this because there's so much that I have to share. And I'll tell a little story actually about this crown and how this all happened. Um, I I have always been someone who loves jewels and crystals and all of these fun things. They hold a vibration and they make me feel good. And I like shiny things. And I was at a really interesting event and I found this table of jewelry, which I don't normally go and buy a lot of that. And this crown just spoke to me and I was like, I want to try that on. And as soon as I did, I felt this just amazing energy come through my head. And I thought, wow, this is really great. And then I actually set the crown down. I took it off my head and I could feel every little touch point of where the crown was on my head. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And so I said, I set the crown, kind of started walk away from the table and I had a friend with me and she was over at another table doing some other things. And I was like, I'm going to walk back over to that crown. And so I tried on a few other crowns and nothing felt like this crown. And so when I put this crown back on, I was like, I know this is a crown that I am supposed to wear. And I thought, what? They're like, I never wear a crown. Where am I going to wear a crown? I said to the ladies, they're selling the crown. I said, where am I going to wear the crown? And they said, well, are you ever on Zoom calls? And I was like, well, yeah, but when is it appropriate to be wearing a crown? And and they said, well, just wear it out, in public, like wherever you go. And I'm like, well, does that make any sense? Like, why would I go out and wear a crown? Well, a long story short, several other ladies that weren't part of that booth, part of different booths, were all um, really just kind of paying attention to me going through this process. And I bought the crown, I put it on, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to take the crown off. I'm going to wear the crown. And so as I walked to some of the other women, one lady was just so beautiful. She said, watching you put that crown on, she said, it just gave me this empowerment to know that I too can wear a crown. And I was like, wow, I hadn't really thought about that, right? I hadn't really thought about like how we all really need to step into our wisdom right now. And so if it's our queendom or our kingdom, whichever you prefer, it's again not about the royalty as we know it traditionally, but it's about being in that royalness of ourselves and who we are and how deeply we feel and our hearts and our minds being open and being one with each other and with ourselves and really feeling in. So as I brought the crown home, I walked around that evening with my friend in downtown San Diego and had a lot of fun just watching other people's reactions to the crown. And I had to watch my own reactions. Like, how did I feel like when people were staring at me? How did I feel when people made comments to me? And there were some moments where some judgment came up and I was like, oh my gosh, like who am I to be wearing a crown? And like, oh gosh, why I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable, right? Because I felt a little uncomfortable because I thought it was making too much of a statement. And yet why can't we be making statements, right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to be who we really are in our essence and to really exude this love and this light. And so, gosh, over the last 24 hours, this crown has been so amazing because as I've worn it, I'm like, yes, this is like stepping into our power. And right now, we all need to be stepping into our power because if we don't, this world is going to take us down. If you are awake and aware, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're awake and aware, you also know that some of us have been hiding for a really long time. And I'm here to say, let your light shine and sparkle. And if you feel like wearing a crown, wear a crown because it is amazing. If you feel like wearing a sweatshirt, wear a sweatshirt, but shine your light brightly and tell people what you know. Share your wisdom. I think we've been hiding behind the light for a long time with everything that's been happening on planet Earth and the darkness and the heaviness. And now is the time for all of us to step into our inner wisdom and really be connected to source and get that guidance every single day and work on our soul's plan, not the ego mind's plan. The ego's great. The ego's here. It's here to help us. It's here to help us navigate. It's here to be an ally for us. but it's not here to let it run our lives. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, man, stay tuned, because we're going to keep talking about this, and we together are going to wake up planet Earth, and we're going to heal humanity. We're going to be pollinating the planet with love. It's been my mission for many years now, and I can't wait to see what we're all going to do together on this channel. Please follow me, like Beth Bell Live, comment. I'd love to hear what you think. So if you're someone that you're going, what is this chick talking about? It's probably not your channel, and that's totally okay. Then you might be in that like numb, asleep crowd. This is for the awakened and for the, let's say, flounders for now, who are seeking another way, who know that there's just something not so right about what's happening right now, and wants the truth and wants to hear from truth tellers what's really going on and what they're really here to do, and to ultimately remember who you really are. It is so important right now. And part of that's going to be about opening your crown chakra, right? Opening to all that is and to universal intelligence, source intelligence. Some of it is going to be like coming right back to the heart, right? We've got to heal our hearts. We've got to heal a lot of the suffering that we've gone through. And we've got to come back into the embodiment of our third chakra, our home, our solar plexus, and our creative center of our second, and our safety of our first. So we want to be connecting all of these. We want to be connecting our heart and our voice and our third eye, and opening it and opening our crown and being connected to other dimensions and being connected to our higher self. So I'm really excited about this journey. I'm really excited about 2024. I hope you're going to join. I hope that you'll hit the bell, subscribe, like this video, give me a comment, tell me what you're struggling with. You can also submit your questions here for anything that you want answered. I will answer it on Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Pacific time. Please join me. I'm always on live, and you can write any comments or questions in the chat. You can also contact me at Queen Bliss B and on Instagram, or Beth Bell Live on Facebook. So lots of ways that we can communicate and stay in touch. You can also go on to my website, bethbell.me. I've also got a new Awaken Inner Wisdom Club that's going to be coming. You'll be able to have live Zoom chats with me as well as part of the membership. So from you, I can't wait to hear what you're struggling with, what you're shining your light on, what you're glowing about. So let's be in touch, and thank you so much for tuning in. I love that you fell upon this video. It means that you are ready to be part of the awakening that is happening here on planet Earth. If you're interested in learning more about me, you can also read Angels, Herpes, and Psychedelics. It's my latest best-selling book, and I tell lots of stories, lots of templates for healing. And you can also find the Awakening and Healing Handbook on bethbell.me. Lots of insights. There's the Psychedelic Resource Guide. There's also the Herpes Handbook. So lots of good things to get over to bethbell.me for.